This is e to the power of a fraction, x square by 1 plus x square. Now you want to do this by chain rule. Normally, if we would have done this, how would we have differentiated this? We would have differentiated normally. I'm talking about normally. How would we have done this? Dy dx is equal to, first e will remain the same, isn't it? X square by 1 plus x square into the ddx of x square by 1 plus x square, isn't it? Yes or no? Yes. Can you see? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Normally,
Yes, sir.
this is what we would have done, right? Normally, but we want to do this
Yes,
by
Yes,
sir.
sir.
breaking up, isn't it? We want to do this by breaking up. So
Yes.
let us do this by breaking up. Okay. So what we do is we assume here, let u is equal to e to the power of x square by, not u, let u is equal to x square by 1 plus x square. U is equal to x square by 1 plus x square. Okay. Let u is equal to this. Therefore, what this becomes? Phi is equal to e to the power of u, and u is equal to x square by 1 plus x square. Right? So therefore, from here you see that y is a function of u. So you can find dy du, which is e to the power of u, and u you see is a function of x. So you can find du dx. You differentiate by u by v rule. It's ddx of x square by 1 plus x square equal to v ddx
चाचा पे बाकी माला ना रहो
minus
चाचा पे मतलब किताब लेके पढ़
1 plus x square, okay, which is equal to 1 plus x square, and ddx of x square you know is 2x minus x square, and ddx of 1 plus x square you know is again 2x, right?
2x
Divided by 1 plus x square whole square, which is 1 plus 2x cube minus 2x cube divided by 1 plus x square whole square. These two cancel. I get 1 by 1 plus x square whole square. So clearly, if you see, you get dy du is equal to e to the power of u, and you're getting du dx is equal to this. Therefore, what should be dy dx? Should be the product of these two, right? Dy du into du dx,
Yes, sir.
which is e to the power of u into 1 plus x square whole square, e to the power of u by 1 plus x square whole square. And what is the value of u? Put the value of u, it is x square by 1 plus x square divided by 1 plus x square whole square. So this is your answer.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
I understood.
Okay, so let us proceed to
Yes,
the
sir.
next one. Next one is mod. I have already shown you, isn't it? Okay, so let us see this cos log x square. Y is equal to cos log x whole square. And we want to differentiate by this by chain rules. Okay, by taking u and v. What we do is let u is equal to log x. So therefore, y is equal to cos u square and u is equal to log x. Now we say let v is equal to u square. So therefore, y becomes cos v and v is equal to u square and u is equal to log x. You understood till this part or not? You saw
Yes, sir.
how I'm making
Yes,
the
sir.
chain. How I'm making the chain. Now I'm going to
Yes, sir.
differentiate this chain. Okay,
Yes,
that
sir.
means dy dv because y is a function of v now minus sine v, isn't it? And dv du is 2u and du dx is equal to 1 by x. So therefore, what is dy dx? The product of all these three, dy dv, dv du into du dx is equal to minus sine v dv du is 2u and du dx is 1 by x. Now we put back the values. Minus sine v is what? U square. So minus sine u square. So u is what? Log x. So twice log x into 1 by x. Next is equal to what is u? U is log x whole square. Let us multiply all this together. Multiply, and what I do is I write this as, since this is a product, I write this as twice log x, okay, with the minus sign divided by x. Can I write or not? Minus twice log x
Yes,
into
sir.
x square. Yes, I've put the values now. Everything is in terms of x. So this is your answer. If you had differentiated directly, how would you do? Dy dx is equal to, first we'll differentiate what? Cos, isn't it? You get minus sine
Yes, sir.
log x square into the ddx of log x square, isn't it? And then minus sine log x square and ddx of log x square would be, first we'll differentiate the power to get twice log x into the ddx of log x, right? So we'll simply get twice minus 2 log x sine log x square divided by ddx of log x is,
1 by x.
so we are getting the
1
same
by
answer.
x.
We're getting the same answer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, this is what we had done directly, and this is by chain rules. Okay, in fact, we are applying chain rules here only, but we are unconsciously applying.
Yes,
Here
sir.
we are consciously applying chain rules. Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
let us do the next one. Let us take another exponential function, e to the power of root x. Y is equal to e to the power of cot x. Hmm. Okay, so how will you differentiate this? By chain rules, we say let u is equal to cot x. Okay, so therefore, y is equal to e to the power of root u. Okay, now we say let v is equal to root u. Okay, okay, y is equal to e to the power of root u and u is equal to cot x. Next, when I assume v is equal to root u, then what happens? Y becomes e to the power of v, and v is equal to root u, and u is equal to cot x. Now we'll differentiate. Therefore, dy dv is equal to e to the power of v, and dv du is equal to 1 by 2 root u, and mm, du dx. What is the ddx of cot x? They have forgotten. Minus cosec square x. Therefore, dy dx is a product of all these three. E to the power of v into 1 by 2 root u into minus cosec square x. Now put back the values. V is what? Root u into 1 by 2 root u into minus cosec square x. Now put back the value of u. So you get uh, minus e to the power of root cot x into cosec square x divided by 2 root cot x. Yes, clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you would have
Yes, sir.
differentiated directly, how do you do? Dy dx is equal to ddx e to the power of root cot x. First we'll differentiate e. E will remain e to the power of root cot x into ddx root cot x. See the relation between this differentiation and a chain that I am doing. Okay, see this is equal to e to the power of cot x into ddx of, first we'll differentiate the root. Root cot x means 1 by 2 root cot x, right?
Yes, sir.
Into the ddx of cot x.
Yes, sir.
So this is e to the power of root cot x into 1 by 2 root cot x into minus cosec square.
Then minus.
So have we got this or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is how you do by chain rules. Let's see the next one. This one. Y is equal to log tan pi by 4 plus x by 2. Okay. So what you do is you let u is equal to pi by 4 plus x by 2.
2.
Therefore, y is equal to log tan u, and u is equal to pi by 4 plus x by 2. Right. Now we say let V is equal to tan U. Therefore, Y becomes log V, and see how I'm making the chain. V is equal to tan U. You see how I'm making the chain?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see my chain is
sir.
now complete. Okay, now I'll differentiate. Dy dx is equal to 1 by V. dv du is equal to sec square u, because ddx of tan u is sec square u, and du dx is ddx of pi by 4 is 0 plus ddx of x by 2 is half, which is half. Right? Any doubts here with differentiation? Yes, tell me.
Yes, sir.
This is dy dv. Any doubts with the differentiation?
No, sir.
dv du into du 1 by v sec square u into half, which is sec square u by 2v. Now put back the values. U is what? Sec square. U is what? Pi by 4 plus x by 2 divided by 2v tan u. Now what is u? U is pi by 4 plus x by 2. Okay. 2 tan pi by 4 plus x by 2. This is your derivative. Now you can simplify by changing to sine cos. Okay. You change this to sec square to cos and tan to sine by cos. So sec square becomes cos square pi by 4 plus x by 2. And you change tan, it becomes tan sine pi by 4 plus x by 2 divided by cos pi by 4 plus x by 2. So this cos cancels with one cos. So I simply get 1 by 2 sine pi by 4 plus x by 2 cos. Govinda, can you see? Can you hear or not?
Yes, sir. I can hear.
So this by multiple angle formula becomes sine 2 theta, isn't it? Sine twice pi by 4 plus
Yes, sir.
x by 2. So this becomes 1 by sine pi by 2 plus x, which is 1 by cos x, which is nothing but sec x. So sec x is your ultimate answer. We have done this directly also, isn't it? Earlier. Yes, earlier sum we have done directly, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
This is we have done by
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
this we have done by chain rule. Okay, so let's see this. Phi is equal to sine m sine inverse x. Okay, we'll do this by chain rules. So I say m is a constant here, right? You understood that m is a constant. Variables here are only y and x. M is a constant. And any function, if there are any other variables apart from your y and x, they are assumed to be constants. Okay. So what we do is we say let u is equal to sine inverse x. Therefore, y becomes sine of mu, and u is equal to sine inverse x. This is my first chain. We'll make the next chain. Let V is equal to mu. So therefore, Y becomes sine V, and V is equal to mu, and U is equal to sine inverse x. So that means what happens? Now we differentiate dy dv is ddv of sine v, which is cos v, and dv du is what? ddu of mu, right? M is a constant, you take it out of the differentiation. M ddu of u, which is m into
Yes, sir.
1, which is m, and du dx is ddx of sine inverse x, which is 1 by root 1 minus x squared.
Sir.
So
Yes,
therefore,
sir.
dy dx is product of all these three. dy dv into dv du into du dx. This is cos v, and this is m, and this is 1 by root 1 minus x. So this becomes m cos v by root 1 minus x square. Now change everything to x. V is what? Mu. So cos mu divided by root 1 minus x square. And u is what? Sine inverse x. So m cos m sine inverse x. Let's put it on the brackets. Divided by root 1 minus. Yes? This is our answer.
Yes, sir.
If we would have differentiated directly, how would we do? Dy dx is equal to ddx of m sine inverse x. Right? Now, since sine of m sine inverse x, sorry, which is sine of m sine inverse x. So first we would differentiate the sign, this sign, right? To get cos m sine inverse x into the ddx of whatever was within the sign, which is m sine inverse x, which is cos m sine inverse x. Now m is a constant, it can be taken out of the differentiation, m ddx of sine inverse x. So this becomes cos m sine inverse, let me write m here, m cos m sine inverse x into 1 by root 1 minus x squared. ddx of sine inverse x is 1 by root 1 minus x squared. So are we getting this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, so
Yes.
this is how you do directly, and this is how you do by breaking up into chains. Okay, next is e to the power of ax. I hope you are doing in your copies in fair all this.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are doing.
Okay.
I'm
No,
doing.
no doubt from the previous exercises.
Sir, whatever you have sent in the YouTube, that we have done. That I have done.
No, the exercise that I told you
Yes,
that
sir. Noted down.
the exercise that I told you to do all the sums.
Yes, sir.
You have done all the sums.
Yes, sir. I will send you today.
Okay, no problem. If you have checked the answer and if you have done, it's no problem. Because
Okay, sir.
if you are not honest to yourself, then you will face the consequences later. So I can only help you here, and that too now
Okay, sir.
with all this online stuff, my hands are as it is tight. Okay, so I make the chain. Let u is equal to bx plus c. Okay, so therefore y becomes, we are making the chain, e to the power of ax cos u. Okay, now we say let v is equal to cos u. Okay, so therefore now what happens? Right here, and u is equal to bx plus c. So y is equal to e to the power of ax v, and v is equal to cos u, and u is equal to bx plus c. Okay, so now mm, this is a product. Okay, product of two functions, cos u bx plus cos u. Mm. So now we say now we differentiate. Okay, so what happens? We get dy. mm, but this is a function of two variables here. Still we can do, but point is how to make you understand. Cos u to the power of ax cos u, u is equal to bx plus v is equal to cos u, come this. So let's differentiate this. Let's see. Okay, so see dy. Now see, the variable here is, I have a y which is a function of x and which is also a function of v, right? I will differentiate this with respect to v. Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
no, this will not work. But I also have an x there. What I can do is I can differentiate separately. That is the best way to do, I think. Use u into v rule first and then differentiate by chain rule. That is the only way out. Okay, so first we use the u into v rule. That means dy dx is ddx e to the power of ax cos bx plus c. Okay, so first into the second. Okay, don't do this by chain rule, do it directly. Plus cos bx plus c into ddx e to the power of ax. Okay, now we can apply actually chain rules to differentiate this and this. That is the idea. Okay, so you want me to do directly or you want me to do by chain rules? Tell me.
Sir, by chain rule.
Chain rule.
Okay, by chain rule it will be then So what we do is let v is equal to cos bx plus c. Let u is equal to this, and v is equal to e to the power of ax. Okay. So now we consider u first. U is equal to cos bx plus c. In this, we say let w is equal to bx plus c. Okay, so therefore u is cos w and w is bx plus c. So what happens? dy du dw is minus sin w, and dw dx is simply b. Okay, so therefore what is, we have to find what? Du dx, isn't it? What is this? This is du dx? Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
we have to find du dx. So du dx will be the product of these two, right? Du dw into dw dx, which is equal to minus b sin w. Now put back the value. Minus b sin w is bx plus c. So we have got du dx. Now let us calculate dv dx. V is equal to e to the power of ax. Okay, so we'll let, what should I put? Hmm, um, let let's say phi is equal to ax. Okay, so therefore v becomes e to the power of phi, and phi is equal to ax. So now we differentiate dv d phi is e to the power of phi only, and d phi dx is a. So therefore what is dv dx? dv dx is dv d phi, product of these two, d phi dx, which is equal to a e to the power of phi. Now you put the value a e to the power of ax. Okay, we have got dv dx now. So coming back to the differentiation that we were doing, e to the power of ax, cos bx we had taken, for cos bx plus c we had taken u. So this becomes du dx plus cos bx plus c, and e to the power of ax we had taken v. This becomes dv dx. Now put the values here. You know du dx? You know dv dx?
Yes,
Yes?
sir.
Put back the value, you'll
Yes,
get.
sir.
But this becomes a little tedious by chain rules. Okay, I mean by making chains. So such problems it is advisable that you do directly.
Yes, sir. It is become very much complicated, no?
Yes. That's why I was saying should I do directly or not? Because when there's a product when there are product of two functions, then the problem happens that you and v. So for you will have to make a separate chain. For you v we will have to make a separate chain. You understood?
Yes, sir.
Suppose you have this kind of a problem. Say suppose you have y is equal to um, sine 3x sine 4x. This problem. Okay. Now, if you want to do this problem by chain rules, problem is that you have a product of two functions, right? For this, you will have to make a separate chain. For this, you will have to make a separate chain, isn't it?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
time is up, no? Should we
Now,
rejoin?
let me just finish this concept, then I will. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not solving this problem. I'm only giving you a guideline. Okay. Now we have this problem: sine 3x, sine 4x. Okay. See, the point here is that this is a product of two functions, isn't it? Product of two functions, agreed?
Yes, sir.
Now we have to make a chain for this, and we have to make a chain for this also. So two chains, and then we have to multiply.
Yes, sir.
Understood? So this becomes a little complicated. Product of two functions becomes a little complicated if you're breaking up into chains, because for each term in the product you will require a chain. Okay. Why,
Yes,
see,
sir.
y is equal to sine 3x. Y is equal to sine 3x. Now say I put v is equal to 3x. I'm making the chain for this right now, only for this. Okay. So u is equal to sine v,
Sir.
and v is equal to 3x. So I've made the chain for this. Now I'll make the chain for this.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
so let's say w is equal to sine 4x. Okay. Let phi is equal to 4x. Okay. So that therefore w is equal to sine phi, and phi is equal to 4x. See, two separate chains. Now you have to, from these
Yes.
chains, you will have to find, your du dx, and from this chain you will have to
Yes,
find
sir.
dw dx, and then multiply these two to get your, I mean, not multiply, but in fact, you apply your u into v rule first here. Okay.
Yes.
You apply your u into v rule, and then you have to put. So it becomes a
Yes, sir.
little tedious. Better to do it uh, directly. In fact, what I would like to say is that y is equal to sine 3x, sine 4x can be done in a much easy manner. In fact, this only for this function.
Sir, your voice is cracking.
The y is equal to sine 3x, sine 4x can be done in a much easier manner. You know how? Changing
Yes,
the
sir.
product to sum. Sine 3x, sine 4x.
Oh,
Half. Now what is sine A?
B near and B.
Sine 2 sine A sine B. What is the formula?
Yes, sir.
Cos B plus A minus cos B minus A. Isn't it? 2 sine A sine B.
Yes, sir.
2 sine A sine B was what? Cos B plus A minus cos B minus A, isn't it? That is what? So this is half of cos 7x minus cos x. Now it becomes very easy to differentiate, right?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is better differentiated in this manner. Okay. So come back.
Yes, sir.